السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we are looking at lesson number 15, as you can see. And in this particular lesson, we are looking at al-ma'duba, right? As you can see, that is the topic of today's lesson, ma'dubatun. So if we see ma'dubatun, ma ma'na ma'dubatun? Ma'duba is actually what we term as a banquet, right? A banquet or a feast, right? That's what we term as ma'duba. So he's describing to us an incident of a particular banquet or feast that happened after his brother returned from Mecca, right? From Hajj. And this is something that is popular, very popular most of our communities. When someone returns from Hajj, you can see that they actually try to organize some banquet or feast. And that's what he's trying to describe here. So without wasting much time, inshallah, let's just begin, right? So as I said, Ma'duba is the banquet. So he began by saying that Raja'a akhi min al-Hajj. Okay, my brother returned from Hajj. فَفَرِحَ أَهْلُ الْبَيْتِ كَثِيرًا. And then the people of the house, فَرِحَ, they rejoice, كَثِيرًا, a lot, right? وَفَرِحَتْ أُمِّي جِدًّا. My mother rejoiced a lot. وَصَنَعَتْ أُمِّي طَعَامًا ودعت إليه الأقارب والأصدقاء وكثيرا من أهل القرية. So وصنعت أمي طعاما. My mother prepared food. Now, I think previously we have seen Sana'a, right? Sana'a, as we said, most of the time it means to manufacture. Okay, that's the most common meaning of it. And even that's why we call the masna'un, a factory where they manufacture things, right? So, but in this context, it means to prepare. So, وَصَنَعَتْ أُمِّي طَعَامًا. My mother prepared food. وَدَعَتْ إِلَيْهِ الْأَقَارِبَ. And then he called to it. Bimana, he called to the food. He invited. That's simply what he's trying to say. الأقارب, a relative, والأصدقاء, and friends. وَكَثِيرًا مِنْ أَهْلِ الْقَرْيَةِ. And a lot of people from the people of the village, right? A lot from the people of the village. Okay. وَفَرِحْنَا جِدًّا. We rejoice a lot. وَفَرَشْنَا فِرَاشًا نَزِيفًا. وَفَرَشْنَا بمعنى we laid down. فِرَاشًا, firash. Firash could mean whether a carpet is something that has a good something good that you can lay on the ground, okay, to provide maybe beauty or how do I say it, a good lay down, okay. Even in the Quran, like Allah says, وَالْأَرْضَ فَرَشْنَاهَا فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ, right, in Surah Al-Zariyat. وَالْأَرْضَ فَرَشْنَاهَا فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ. Allah is describing how he laid down the earth, okay, فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ, and how perfect, how awesome is the one who made it, like a mahad, a place of a very cool place, like the mahad of a mother, right? So farasha, as I said, is to lay down. Farasha is the verb here, or farashna, and we lay down, to lay down something. Like when you take your bed and then you lay it down. But farash, as I said, is just anything that is of like a bed. It could be a bed, a mattress, okay. Anything that you just put on the ground to make so that you can actually lie on it, and it provides maybe a good grounding for you. That's what we call firash. So here it is not specific. As I said, firash is used for a lot of things. Anything that you can just lay down on the ground for coolness, maybe a mattress. If you lay down a mattress, of course, it's more smooth than the normal earth. So whether a mattress, a bed, it could also be a carpet. I mean, very nice carpet. So وفرشنا فراشا نظيفا, a clean one, a clean فراش أمام البيت, in front of the house. وكانت أيام الصيف, and it was in the days of summer. ووضعنا أباريك فيها ماء. ووضعنا أباريك, we placed أباريك فيها ماء, in which there was water. When we see أباريك, this word, it is the plural of إبريك. Okay, it is the plural of what? إبريك. When we say إبريك is actually a jar, right? It's a jar. This word, it even comes in the Quran, I think, Surah Al-Waqi'ah, right? Surah Al-Waqi'ah. بأكواب وأباريق, you see, بأكواب وأباريق وكأس من معين, right? And Allah is describing the السابقون. May Allah makes us among them, right? Mention this abarik. So ibrik, as I said, the singular is ibrik, which is just a jar. Okay, most of the time you see this jar that is being used. Let me try to see whether I can show it to you. Okay, ibrik. Okay, so you can see these are some abarik. Okay, this a jar. Okay, a very nice one. That's what them as ibrik. Okay, so the plural is abarik, several of them. So this was what they actually put there, and he say, okay, ibrik. One is ibrik, the plural is abarik. So wada'na abarik, they placed these jars. Okay, fiha ma'un, in which there were water in them. Legasilil ID, for washing of hands. Gasala, he wash. Yagsilu, he is washing. Gasulun is the noun, washing. Okay. Legasilil ID, for washing of the hands. Wawada'na sobunan, and then we placed a soap. Okay, sobun is the soap, right? Wada'na sobunan wa min shafatun, and then a min shafatun. When we say min shafatun, it means, it can mean a towel or a napkin or something of that sort. Okay, the word in it, the verb in it is nashafa. Okay, when we say nashafa, bimana, for something to absorb, it absorbed or it made dry. So min shafatun, it means bimana, the thing that can absorb water, or that can, not necessarily water, but a liquid, like a dryer, like in the term, like something that has the ability to dry something. I hope that is clear. So that's why the common name given to it in English is a towel. Just like the towel, what does the towel do? It tries to absorb water from your body, right? Or to dry liquid, right? So that's what we call the most important thing. As I just said, the verb, there is a verb in it which is nashafa. Okay, yanshifu. Okay, it absorbed or it dried, and the thing that does it is called the min shafatun. So min shafatun, a towel or a napkin or something of in that category. So wa min shafatan, so they place a towel. Wabasatna sufratan, so they placed a soap and then a min shafa, a towel, bimana, maybe for drying of the hands or something. Wabasatna sufratan, and then we also placed a sufra. Okay, wabasatna, we laid, okay, we extended a sufra. What we call sufratun. Sufratun is a dining table, a table at the dining hall, very long table that is mostly used for serving food. That's what we call them, the sufratun. Let me try to see whether I can show you another sufra. Okay, so you can see this is a sample one. You can see this one, but this one is small. But anyway, it's sufra mostly it is actually large. It is mostly large all of the time. Okay, so you can see here sufratun. Okay, you can see the sufra. So this is something of sort, a dining table. Okay, so that's what he's saying. He's saying that وَبَسَطْنَا سُفْرَةً وَاسِعَةً, a wide dining table, we extended it out. وَحَضَرَ النَّاسُ, and then the people came, people were present في المساء, in the evening. فَاسْتَقْبَلَهُمْ أَخِي وَقُلْنَا, and then my brother received them and said, okay, and we said, فَاسْتَقْبَلَهُمْ أَخِي, my brother received them. The verb here is istakbala, yastakbil, he is receiving. Okay, so if I see we went to the airport to receive the principal, assuming the principal has just arrived from somewhere, we say Zahab, we went to the airport to receive the principal. So I'll say that ذهبنا إلى المطار لاستقبال الرئيس. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Istakbala, he received. Yastakbilu, he is receiving. Okay, mostly used for guest. Okay, so fastakbalahum akhi, my brother received them. Wakulna, and we said marhaba, welcome. Wajalasu qalilan, and then they sat a little. Wahadara ta'am, and then the food was present. Okay, the food was made present. فجلس الضيوف حول السفرة, and then the duyuf, the guest. Okay, we all know duyufun is a guest, the plural is duyuf. فجلس الضيوف, and then the guest sat حول السفرة, around the dining table. They sat around the dining table. وقدمنا الرغيف, and then we presented the ragif. The ragif is a loaf of bread, right? Just a loaf, mostly a loaf of bread. So وقدمنا الرغيف, we presented a loaf of bread. الحارة, hot one, it was still hot. واللحمة, a meat. والرز, a rice. So they presented these three things. Okay, الرغيفة, a loaf. واللحم, and a meat. والرز, and a rice. في صحون, in place. Okay, صحون. So suhun is the plural of sahnun. Okay, sahnun. We see sahnun, it means a plate. Okay, like this one. How you can see, change the color. This one. How you can see it. So this is sahn, a single plate or a bowl. So them as the sun. Okay, fi suhun, in place. Waraiba, and the raiba. They also presented raiba. Raiba is raib is cheese. Okay, a cheese. Fi akdahin, in akdah. Okay, akdahun is also the plural of qadhun. Okay, qadhun, and qadhun is mostly these glass cups which are big. Okay, it's actually not a cup because it is a cup, a very big one. Okay, most of the time also used for container. A container could be called a qadhun. Okay, but it's mostly big cup. Wrote them as qadhun. Okay, so they place this cheese in this qaduh, okay, big cup or a container. The plural is aqdah. Okay, so there were several of them. فَسَمَّوُا اللَّهَ وَأَكَلُوا. So they did Bismillah and then they ate. We have seen this. Allah. He did Bismillah, right? وَأَكَلُوا, and then they ate. وَكُنَّا قَائِمِينَ. And we were standing. We were those who were standing. Okay, كُنَّا قَائِمِينَ. We were those who were standing. نُلَاحِظُ الضُّيُوفِ. Noticing the guest. Okay, نُلَاحِظ. The verb here is لَاحَظَ. يُلَاحِظُ. So if I say لَاحَظْتُ, bimana I noticed. Okay, I noticed. So assuming something happened, and I was asked, okay, why didn't you take an action? And I say, ما لاحظت. Okay, ما لاحظت ذلك. I didn't notice that. Okay, or I didn't realize. Okay, الآن لاحظت. Yes, now that I noticed that so and so is happening. So لاحظ is actually to notice, to get notice or to realize something. Okay, so the present tense, of course, is yulahizu. So if you say yulahizu, we were standing bimana, observing them and trying to notice. Maybe if any of them hasn't gotten something, maybe we give it to him. If any of them is in need of water or something, we give it to him. That's what he's trying to say. Yulahizu, bimana, standing, observing and noticing. Okay, so yulahizu, you were standing there, noticing them. Bimana, watching them and realizing maybe this one needs this also and that other. وَنُقَدِّمُ لَهُمُ الْخُبْزَ. And then we were presenting to them the khubz, bread, وَالطَّعَامَ, and food. وَنَسْقِيهِمُ الْمَاءَ الْمَسْلُوجَ. نَسْقِيهِم, the verb here is saqa. Okay, saqa. Oh, see, saqa. Yasqi is a mudari. So saqa means he gave water to. Okay, or he, not necessarily water, but he gave to drink. Okay, if you give maybe water or drink to someone to drink, we see yani saqa. That's what term as saqa. Okay, it's mostly in the context of water. Okay, to give water to someone to drink, we see saqa, yasqi. Even in the Quran, Allah uses it a lot when Allah is describing how rain come to the earth. We want to descend from the skies to the earth for us to be giving water. Allah uses this term. Okay, example is maybe Allah saying maybe in Surah Al-Mursalat, there's a common example. وَجَعَلْنَا فِيهَا رَوَاسِيَ شَامِخَاتٍ وَأَسْقَيْنَاكُمْ. You see, وَأَسْقَيْنَاكُمْ مَاءً فُرَاطًا. So you see, so as I said, it comes to mean to give water to. Okay, so even when someone is giving water to his animals, we say we use that term. Okay, we use that term. I hope that is clear. And even in irrigation, you can also do use the term saqa. Okay, saqa. So نسقيهم الماء المسلوج. We were giving them ma al-masluja. Okay, of course we know ma, but this masluj means iced water. Okay, iced water. When we say salijun, you can just see the 3-letter words. Okay, salijun means ice. Salijun means ice. So when we say masluja, mana iced. So if you say ma al masluja, iced water. Okay. وأصاب الناس من كل نوع من الطعام وأكلوا برغبة وحمدوا الله. وأصاب الناس بمعنى the people had من كل نوع من الطعام, from all kind of food. The people obtained, or the people had their share of all kind of food. That's what he's saying. Asoba, like previously when we were doing the soid, we saw asoba, right? to be hit. Okay, to be hit. Man, you see, like when he said that أطلق بندقيته وأصابت البقرة في صدرها, you can remember something like that. It means the cow was hit by the bullet. But that's not the only meaning of asoba. Asoba, of course, could mean to be hit. Okay, if I throw something and it hit you, I say, asoba has a this thing has hit you. So, but that's not the, as I said, that's not the only context in which it's used. It can also be used to mean to get something. Okay, to get something. If you get something, I say asobtu. Okay, asobtu. Like in examination, assuming I had 100 over 100, I can say, mostly in the classroom, maybe someone asks you, Maza asobta, what did you get? I hope that is clear. It doesn't mean what did you hit, it means what did you get. So I can say asobtu mi'a min mi'a fil imtihan. I had 100 out of 100 in the examination. Okay, so asoba doesn't necessarily mean to hit only. It can also mean to get. Okay, to get. Even in the Quran too, I think Surah Al-Hajj, right? Surah Al-Hajj, Allah describes some certain group of people. May Allah not mix us among them. Allah says, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ. There are some people who worship Allah on the edge. Okay, فَإِنْ أَصَوْبَتْهُمْ خَيْرٌ اطْمَأَنَّ بِهِ. فَإِنْ أَصَوْبَتْهُمْ. You see, when something good come on their way, when they get something good, so in that context, when they get something good, okay, they are happy with it. Itma'anna bih. The last time we saw itma'anna, right? They are very content with it. Okay. وَإِنْ أَصَوْبَتْهُ فِتْنَةٌ انقلب على وجهه. And when a calamity hit them, so you see the next one, when a calamity hit them. So it can mean to get something. It can also mean to be hit by something. Okay, like Allah has been saying, مَا أَصَوْبَ مِن مُصِيبَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Calamity doesn't strike you except, or hit you, except by the permission of Allah, right? So to be hit, also for something to hit you, or to get something. That's two basic meaning of asoba, right? وَأَصَوْبَ النَّاسَ مِنْ كُلِّ نَوْءٍ مِنَ الطَّعَامِ. The people had, or the people got from all types of foods that were present. وَأَكَلُوا بِرَغْبَةٍ. They ate with desire. وَحَمِدُوا اللَّهِ. And then they did hamd of Allah, right? وَقَامُوا وَغَسَلُوا أَيْدِيَهُمْ. They stood up and then they washed their hands. وَمَسَحُوهَا بِالْمِنْشَفَةِ. And then they wipe it. They wash their hands. They stood up. وَغَسَلُوا أَيْدِيَهُمْ. And then they washed their hands. وَمَسَحُوهَا. This ha is the pronoun of this أَيْدِيَهُمْ. Man, their hands. Masahuha. The verb here is masaha. Yamsahu. Masaha means to wipe. Yamsahu, he is wiping. So most of the time, you can see that when the teacher is teaching, he can say that someone should get up and clean the board. Okay, so you hear him saying, Imsah sabura. You see that it's from this verb, Imsah sabura. Wipe off the board. Okay, it's from the verb masaha yamsahu. Masaha, he wipe off, or he tried to clean out something. So, wa masahu habimana, they wipe their hands. Bil min shafati, with the towel. I can remember we talk about min shafatu, a towel or a napkin, something that has a potential to dry, to absorb the liquid. Okay, we call it min shafatu. وَجَلَسُوا إِلَىٰ أَخِي. And then they sat with my brother. يَتَحَدَّثُونَ, chatting. وَيَتَكَلَّمُونَ, and talking. وَيَسْمَعُونَ مِنْهُ أَخْبَارَ الْحِجَازِ. And then they were يَسْمَعُونَ مِنْهُ, they were hearing from him. Okay, you all know Sami'a يَسْمَعُ, right? يَسْمَعُونَ مِنْهُ أَخْبَارَ الْحِجَازِ, the news of Hijaz. وَحَدِيثَ مَكَّةَ, and in the hadith, okay, the news of Makkah. okay, Makkah al-Musharrafa, okay, the news of honored Makkah. Wal-Madinah al-Munawwara, and then the enlightened city, okay, wa Mina and Mina, wa Arafatin and Arafah. Of course, all these are places in Makkah, right? In Saudi Arabia, right? بِكُلِّ رَكْبَةٍ وَسُرُورٍ, with all desire and happiness. Okay. Now, this Madinatul Munawwara, right? Madinatul Munawwara. This is the city of the Prophet, right? Where the Prophet did hijrah to. Madinatul Munawwara, right? But it is actually called Madinatul Munawwara because the Prophet, before the Prophet went there, it wasn't called Madinatul Munawwara, right? It was called what? Yathrib. Okay, Yathrib was the name before the Prophet went there. But when the Prophet went there, it now became Madinatul Munawwara. There's an important in this word, Munawwara. When we say Munawwara, the verb there is actually Nawwara Yunawwiru. When we say Nawwara Yunawwiru, for something to be enlightened, Nawwara, it got enlightened. Yunawwiru, it is getting enlightened. So Munawwaratun is the thing which has been enlightened. Okay, so this is an adjective of Medina. So the enlightened city. Why is it called so? Before the Prophet went there, of course, there was still the influence of Jahiliyyah. Okay, the age of ignorance. All kind of zulm and oppression and wrongdoing were in the community, and they saw it to be normal. Okay, so it was actually not a good place in terms of deen, religion. Okay, it was a total moral chaos. Okay, all kind of wrong acts were going on, and it was seemed to be normal because there's no But when the Prophet went there, of course, the beauty of Islam, okay, spread across the city. Allahu Akbar. And as of now, if you should go there, well, you will like the place, right? You will like the place due to what? The beauty that Islam has left in the place. So, of course, it is from the city actually moved from darkness to light. So it is called Madinatul Munawwara, enlightened city, right? Okay. Now, washtaqu ila al-hajj, and then they were longing. The verb is ishtaqa. Ishtaqa. Yashtaqu. He is longing. Okay. You know something, like someone is telling you about Hajj, and you are just wishing one day I will go to Hajj, one day that's longiness, right? Okay. Desiring. Okay. Washtaqu ila al-hajj, they were longing for Hajj. وَدَعُوا اللَّهَ أَنْ يُوَفِّقَهُمْ لِذَلِكَ. And then they asked Allah, this supplication to Allah, أَنْ يُوَفِّقَهُمْ, that Allah should grant them this. Okay, أَنْ يُوَفِّقَهُمْ, to grant them that success in that. Okay. The verb is وَفَّقَ يُوَفِّقُ, right? وَفَّقَ يُوَفِّقُ. Tawfiq. Okay, tawfiq, success in something. Okay, to actually get, you have a goal. The actual attainment of the goal is what we term as tawfiq. When you finally meet the goal, call it tawfiq. So success in obtaining something. Summa ista'zanu lil khuruj, then they sought permission to leave. Okay, for living. Waqamu yaqulun, and then they stood up saying, aftara indakum as-sa'imun. Those who are fasting, the Sa'im is a fasting person, right? The verb is Soma Yasumu. Okay, he fasted, Soma. Yasumu, he is fasting. Sa'imun is the fasting person. Sa'imun is the plural. So, aftara indakum sa'imun. We've seen aftara. Aftara yuftiru, to break your fast. Okay, so aftara indakum sa'imun, the fasting people has broken their fast, or they have actually break their fast with you. Wa akala ta'amakum al-abrar, and then the righteous has eaten your food. Okay, so they are complimenting themselves. The righteous people has eaten your food. Abrar is the plural of bar. Okay, barun is a righteous person. Okay, abrar is the plural. وَأَكَلَ طَعَامَكُمْ الْأَبْرَارُ وَصَلَّتْ عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ, and then the angels has sent salutations upon you. Okay, وَصَلَّتْ عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ. Inshallah, this will be the end of this particular lesson. We will actually continue in the next lesson. If there's any problem, any concern, or anything, please try to contact us. Inshallah, we'll try to address that. Bismillah. جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله لي ولكم في قرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.